It's ahead. That one is almost my last said. Nothing is impossible. It's going to be just a declaration. Future must be revealed. Now, some people want God to protect them, preserve them, but they don't know what their future is all about. Please hear me. It is not possible for somebody to be immortal without understanding what his future look like. Let me say again. I say it is not possible for somebody to be immortal. How can somebody say God should preserve him when you don't know what your future is all about? Now, your life is preserved from investment rather than your paper. I said the life of man is preserved from accurate investment. Let me say it again. I said people's lives are preserved from correct investment. So how can a life that is not invested properly be preserved? It is in use that there is preservation rather than your paper. If you look at 45:7 of Genesis, I want to show you something. Preservation. And the Lord sent me before you to preserve your posterity in the earth and to save your life by a great deliverance. Now, Joseph in 37 was a dreamer, and then he depended on dream to preserve. There cannot be preservation in the midst of confusion. People that lived their life away cannot be preserved by God. Let me say again. I say people that lived their life away can't be preserved by God. How can they be preserved by God when they have lived their life away? So if there must be preservation in 29:18 of the book of Genesis, there must be preservation. In Proverb, where there is no vision, the people perish. He that keep the law happy sin. Now the word perish there means visionlessness. You're saying, Lord, I want you to preserve me. God does not preserve men. Men's vision preserve them. What people are living for, the way they invest their time, the way they invest their life, the way they invest their resources, the way they invest their thought, we control whether they will be preserved or not. When Jesus came to the earth, he was preserved because the visionary Christ directed his life. Now, I'm about to stop. Today, for me, is preserved. I have used it to share God's word. It's not accidental. I didn't come without preparation. I know I will teach. Whether it is Jesus, whether it is David, whether it is Apostle Paul, whether it is Joseph, whether it is Esther, whether it's Abraham, all these men were preserved because of the way they invested their life. People meet God or Satan in a part. In a part. There is a way you will follow, you will meet God. There's another way you will follow, you will meet Satan. You cannot say you're binding, you don't want to meet Satan when you're in the path where Satan can be found. If you don't want to meet him, then you should avoid his path. Some people are saying, oh God, I don't want to see death. Don't follow the path of death. And then when somebody is following the path of death, warn him. And if he didn't leave that path, when he dies, don't worry about crying. All that died met death in a path. In the path they chose. All that became rich made riches in a part. But why we should keep preaching is because it is possible for somebody to be following a path without caring about the spirit of that path. Let me say again. It is possible for somebody to be following a path without caring about the spirit in that path, or he might be ignorant of the spirit of that path. That is bringing me finally to course number 16 on nothing is impossible on earth. This is my gift to you. If you look up, I will give you this gift. Please hear me. Go out of this hall with this mentality that nothing is impossible on earth. Believe it in your heart, walk by it, build your faith on it, prepare for something new, fight until you walk out of where you are. Nothing is impossible here on earth. The earth is made in a way that miracles must be happening. In case you don't know, there are people that are not popular now. In another 5 years or 2 years time, they will come up. You see, they will come up from where they are in dark obscurity. They will come up because